everybody. I'm Paige. I'm your dungeon mom and monster thespian. Welcome to Vamps and Vagrants, our weekly online tabletop gameplay. Never gonna get good at it. I'm Strahd. I am joined, as always, by my friends and family. Let's see. First up, we have Kelly, who's playing Hugo. Very nice. Sarah, who's playing Yetta.
Yeah!
Kayleen, who's playing Brana.
What up?
Colin, who's playing Revlin.
Hello.
And Wesley, who's playing Benvol.
The sun will rise again.
We are currently not joined by our dear friend Victoria, who plays Rapture, so we will try to keep going in her absence. So last week we had pretty epic battle. We had you, the group of unwilling heroes, chose to engage with the Coven of Vampires outside of St. Angel's Church in Valaki. Despite some incredible rolls, strategy, and a little help from some friends, there were several close calls, including Yetta being grappled and bled to the point of, I think we said 5 hit points, and Revlin, who was knocked unconscious by the spell-wielding vampire. 2 of the Coven were able to escape, including that spell-wielding vampire, before you were able to take down 4 others. The remaining carnage that littered the streets of Valaki included Father Lucian Petrovic, who died defending the church, and Henrik von Hort, the coffin maker, who revealed the Coven to the Revengers just a few days earlier. We pick up just moments after the battle had ended, after Rictavio had recommended that you dispose of any body that died, including the vampire corpses. I believe at the time Benvolm and Yetta had begun to bring the bodies over to the cemetery when there was a sweet embrace and a warm, magically bubbly feeling occurred. So that's where we'll pick up. What would you like to do?
Benvolm.
Benvolm, I'm hugging you. Listen to me.
What is it?
I think I almost died just then.
I wouldn't have let that happen.
But I felt my life source leaving me, and there you were with your shield, and I did not know what to do or say, and I am happy to be through that. But that was close.
It was.
Rictavio, how do we dispose of these bodies?
He turns to you after wiping some sweat off his brow. During your meeting, he has already begun to, as politely as possible, pile up the bodies. He turns to you, he says, we need to burn them. Is there wood somewhere nearby? And he begins to walk outside of the cemetery back to the front doors of St. Angel's Church. I believe that's roughly where Brana and Revlin are. So you two closer to the front entrance, I'd say Rapture and Hugo as well, if he's following Rapture, would see Rictavio open the front doors, and huddled inside would be several scared Valakians. And in front of them, kind of protecting them from the front door, bearing a rusty iron shovel, would be Milajov, who was the young boy who you met before. And as he kind of readies his shovel, and Rictavio turns, he kind of lowers it. He said, "Safe out there."
As safe as it's gonna be. The vampires are gone.
And you can see everyone behind him kind of look at each other and relax and begin to break up and kind of get out of their huddled forms. Miljov comes outside to meet you all with Rictavio, and he says, Where's Father Lucian?"
I'm afraid Father Lucian fell.
He's with the Morning Lord.
What can I do?
For now, collect some wood. We will send him to the Morning Lord's embrace come dawn.
And he nods and quickly turns to another room inside and begins to collect perhaps a pile of wood he gathered for the colder seasons and begins to bring it outside to assist you. With him following orders, you can see several of the Valachians, begin to try to hurry out of, proximity of the church and return to their houses. And you can see Milajov turn to him and says, "No, it's safe there in the church. Father told me the church was protected, and that is the only thing that prevented those zombies and those vampires from getting inside the church tonight."
There is truth in that, because we saw the vampire could not get to the window, yes?
It is very true.
Everyone stay in the church. It is where it is safe. And everyone kind of returns and follows his orders. It seems Vilajov is kind of picking up the mantle that you have presented him, as well as Father Lucian, with your kindness.
While they're doing that, I'm going to head over to the bodies and begin searching through them.
Which bodies?
Vampires, Father Lucian.
Because right now they're all kind of all over the place. So is there one you'd want to focus on first?
I would go to whatever they've moved over to the side yard so that I'm not in full sight of everyone.
Okay, so right now the only people who are in the graveyard, it looks like, were those originally harmed, like the innocent. So Father Lucian, Henrik von Horde, and one or two commoners.
Okay, let's start with Father Lucian then.
Okay, I'll have you roll investigation. What is everyone else doing? At disadvantage, yes, thank you. What is everyone else doing?
Helping Milajov gather wood and Rictavia.
Okay.
I would like to check on Hugo and Brana.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Hugo, did you get hurt? Do you need some help?
Nah, I'm good.
Brana,
are you okay?
I'm okay.
You almost ate it there, and I got a little worried.
Yeah, I was real close to turning undead, so thank you for reminding me. It's very fresh, kind of like my blood, but it's okay, because I still have some. Brana, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm mostly fine. I'm glad you're okay, Yetta.
Thank you. I should have kept my distance. I thought, what they gonna do? Hit big sword guy or hit little me? They hit little me. So I've learned my lesson. I shall keep my distance until who knows?
Till you need to learn your lesson again, probably.
Probably.
Okay, with a 14, Revlin, you would find probably what you'd expect with your understanding of religion so far and exploring crypts, that Father Lucian kept very simple belongings on his physical presence. He has a simple chain with a simple symbol of sun rising over, the dawn. His pockets would have, a few scrawled pieces of paper, upcoming sermons and words of wisdom and reminders, some ancient reminders of the morning Lord and things he kept for comfort. You wouldn't even find any change on him, actually.
Okay, so I'll take the symbol.
Okay. So are you trying to do this sneakily, or are you just trying to take his...
No,
okay.
Just taking it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because you had mentioned you were trying to be discreet, so I just wanted to be sure. Okay, anything else?
No, not with him anyways. I'll just kind of check anyone else just to see if there's anything.
Okay, I'll have you do one more investigation with the remaining innocents.
I rolled 2 19s, so that is a 23.
Okay, across the two, I think there are 2 other bodies. Henrik, you would actually find a good amount of change. You'd find a leather pouch with almost 50 gold. It's like 48 gold pieces in there. He would have... I don't think he'd have... Let me double check. I don't think he had anything else on him. And the other civilian, while I'm looking this up, would have like 12 silver, 5 gold on him. Just a couple bit of change on him as well. And... No. Yeah, Henrik, besides that, wouldn't have any other physical possessions on him.
Okay. I'll take all of the money.
Money.
Especially for me.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I
Alright.
figure it's
Where are
probably
the
what the
wood
Henry would
stores?
pay.
Huh?
Where are the wood stores?
The wood stores?
Yeah.
You can see Milojov is just collecting like small piles throughout each room. Like in what used to be Father Lucian's bedroom, they had a small pile of wood to keep by the hearth. There's one in the main next to the pews, and then another room where he and the other altar boy would tend to work and sleep. So it's not enough. It's enough for a modest pyre. It sounds like it'd take a little bit of time. You wouldn't just do a giant pyre and get all the bodies. You'd probably have to dispose of them, like maybe 2 at a time. But Rictavio helps Milojov, and after a few minutes, especially with searching of the bodies, if there's anything else you guys would like to do, it'd be a total of about 10 minutes before Milojov can get a fire started, and he begins performing as best his sacred rites that he's learned from Father Lucian.
Before he starts performing that, I would give him Father Lucian's symbol and say, these people need a spiritual leader. I don't know much about your religion, but I think Father Lucian would want you to have this.
Thank you. I do not know as much of the Morning Lord and of the gods as Father Lucian did, but I believed in him.
Think on what he would do and study whatever writings he may have left. It's the best I can think of.
You will learn. I clap both of them on the shoulder.
Both Revlin and Milojov. And he nods, and you can see in that moment, he looks like a boy. Tears welling up in his eyes, and with your strength and words of affirmation, the two of you can see him kind of perk up and try to clench his jaw, and he nods.
Benvom, now that the bodies are being seen to, would you mind bringing the vampires and their equipment over to me? I want to see if there's anything magical about them.
As this is happening, it's been a couple minutes since the battle ended. You would hear far-off shouts coming from the east. And as it gets closer and closer, no more than maybe 20 seconds later, you can recognize that it is the guards of Alaki. And they come running out. As they're approaching, you can see Rictavio kind of get alert. He kind of looks at you and he goes, I don't think it's a good time for you to be here. I suggest you hurry off to the Blue Water Inn. We will handle what's left.
All of us.
Yes, all of you.
Why should not we stay? We helped.
I heard a rumor that someone had some eyes from the Burgomaster on their shoulder.
Yes. And with that, I will sneak into a back road and try not to be seen.
Make sure you tell them that this was the Revengers doing.
No,
the good part.
Yetta, stay that.
I will take care of it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, and in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my last spell slot, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
From where?
It doesn't really matter where. I'm going
Well, it
to
does.
walk
It's
around.
30 feet.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to walk past the bodies so that I can get any information.
So where are you starting it from? Where you're...
So where are all the bodies? The bodies are here and here.
I have the bodies still on there, where they were.
I'm here.
Okay. I would run up to them and cast it then.
You would have a lot of time. I'm just warning you. You'd have
That's
seconds.
what I do.
You'd have seconds.
Hiding.
Yep, I cast, run up there.
And what is everyone else doing?
I'm hiding between this alleyway up here on the top right corner of the map.
I heard you. Everyone else? What is everyone else doing?
I just want to throw out a quick blessing and I know it's a meager send off for a man of the
There's
morning.
not a lot of time, guys. You have seconds. What are you talking about?
May this small light be enough, and I run off after Yetta.
Okay, everyone. Prana?
How tall is this fence that's like dividing the church from the rest of everything?
It's an iron fence, so it's not like a stone gate or anything. So you could try, but it's not like completely obscured, and it goes up to about 4 feet high.
Well, I was just wondering if I could vault over it.
You could definitely vault over it. Yeah, I as Paige wouldn't recommend hiding behind it.
Wouldn't they?
No, I wasn't gonna.
Yes.
I wasn't gonna hide behind it. I was just gonna try to go over it and hide behind the church.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna be able to dash towards where everyone else is going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is
Or
it
does that
one
matter?
action, or are you just giving us a chance to run where we want to run?
I'm just trying to get a sense where everyone is. You have seconds to react, so it's going to determine.
I don't work well under pressure.
I know no one does. That's why I got to do it.
Okay, yeah. So I would go over the fence and try to go around the church to meet up with where Revelin and Yetta are, or like in that direction.
And Hugo, what are you doing?
I go, why are we running? And I slowly just nonchalantly try to follow them, I guess.
Okay.
Beep, beep, beep.
Revlin, as Rictavio would run up with you as you're coming to cast, and you would quickly see, despite the remaining like necromantic auras around them, just from their general being, you wouldn't see on the 3 bodies that you're next to, you wouldn't see anything else that would indicate that they have magical items.
Okay.
And Rictavio would turn to you and say, check on the girl. Hurry, please, Revlin.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then I would run off towards where Ben Volm and Yetta were, and then head back to the Blue Water Inn.
Okay, I'm going to quickly roll to see what those guards see.
Okay.
I need you roll a sneak with disadvantage because you're running.
There's also poison still.
Well, it's already disadvantage, so we good.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 15 and 18.
Okay.
So that gives me a 18.
Okay. With the few seconds remaining, the rest of you, if you've all run off in the same direction, assumingly so, it looks close to it at least. You would all be waiting there with like bated breath, and Revlin would quickly turn the corner down the alleyway with you all. And it seems, as of yet, that the guards did not spot your late departure.
Do we wait to hear what they say, or do we go right to Irina?
I think we should go right to Irina.
Agreed.
Okay. Agreed. Hugo, catch up. You're not on screen.
But I want to see what they say about...
Hugo, shut up.
Fine.
Excuse me.
We will sneak around the back of that building. I think there's an alleyway, and then cut back and around when we think we're safe enough, I think.
Yeah, so I would definitely... Are you all going to try to sneak back to the water inn?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone roll stealth for me.
Oh, great.
I think as of this...
With disadvantage because I have 1 level
of exhaustion. Thank you, Hugo.
12 this time.
12.
Oh, I'm sneaky. I forgot.
17.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum.
23.
11.
11.
Oh, my cat is so cute and I love him.
Yeah, the
7.
very sneaky.
7.
7.
Okay, so this path isn't the typical way you guys go. You usually take the main Slavic road to return to the Blue Water Inn. So these back alleys, you can hear voices pinging off of the walls, and you're not sure from which direction guards are running past. A few of you are able to hide in the corners and break through to the Blue Water Inn and begin to approach it, where there are several small groups of Valakians kind of hurrying still back to their own safety. But in the back would be Hugo and Benvom kind of loudly stomping along. And just as you are approaching the front doors, a guard would turn and look at you both and say, "Wait, what are you doing out so late? It is not safe tonight. Get back home."
We're running. We're doing that right now. We're walking towards the inn. We got bombarded with bad people, so we had to take the long way home.
Thank you, We just heard a commotion. We're going back in now.
Hugo, roll a persuasion check.
Boom, boom.
And with advantage because Benvol's assisting you.
Oh, nice. Advantage or just regular because I had
Oh,
disadvantage?
just regular for you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I rolled 2 dice with disadvantage, so I'll take the higher one, I guess. And a persuasion. A 14.
Okay. You can see him go, all right, sounds fair to me. Good night. All is well. And you both kind of rejoin a few feet behind your group. You have arrived outside of the Blue Water Inn.
Oh my god, I hope my toy man is okay. Should we go check on him? Let's go, Benvol.
No. We need
What?
to check on Irina.
Irina.
But,
I don't know if I put
toy
you guys on
guy, Irina.
You go.
We don't have time for this. Brana's gonna run into the inn.
They just told us to go inside. Let's go inside.
From,
True.
are you going through the main entrance?
I have to remember the layout.
I'm checking. I'm going up to the side entrance to our course portion of the rooms.
Yeah. Up the stairs.
Okay. As per so far as routine with your room keys, the balcony staircase is locked, as are your private rooms. So when you approach the side entrance to your upstairs corridor, the door is locked. So, as you left it.
Let's unlock it.
Unlock the
Oh,
door.
wait. It could be. Nah, let's unlock it.
I'll unlock it with my metal hand.
Mental hand.
You have the keys.
I know, but you like those tricky ass locks.
What are you talking about, dude?
Why would you mention that it was locked the way we left it?
You're
so that you
concerned
get more
about
time.
Irina. I'm creating tension.
There's already tension. I did it myself.
I will let you unlock it for yourself. Thank you.
Brana unlocks it.
Hugo has no tension.
Hugo had a really good morning.
Did I?
It's the same morning.
All right, who's opening the door? What's happening?
Brana opens the door. She opens the goddamn door.
All right, you unlock the door as you come charging through.
Go to Irina's room.
Okay. When you,
I will go to the big room where all the people usually sleep, like the 4-bed.
So you would have to unlock it as well.
I unlock it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Roll a constitution save throw.
Roll, roll a perception check. For Yetta. Brana, as you open the door, you see a familiar Ismark.
Oh. God damn it.
However, when you open the door, you can see him holding Irina in his arms. I need you to roll a perception check.
I rolled a 7 on my perception check at the 4-bed.
The room looks empty, Sarah.
Shit, it's empty! Irina's not here!
16.
Irina looks to be unconscious, and Ismark is distressed and distraught holding her, and her arm is limp on the side of the bed, and you can see 2 bite marks disturb her delicate wrist.
I push
Benfold.
through and cast Cure Wounds.
I run in. You're not.
How can you cast Cure Wounds? Do you have spell slots?
No, because of my...
Okay.
I give her my potion.
Okay, Benvom.
No,
Benvom
save
has
the
it. Benvom said it first. Everyone take a breath. Benvom, describe what you do.
I run in, throw my shield aside, lay my hands on Irina, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, and what do you roll for that?
1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier, so 1d8 plus spell tech, but not spell tech when it's a 6. Just 4. So 8.
8. Okay, so you all collect almost like totem pole style in the doorway as Benvom pushes his way through and lays his hands on her. A radiant glow reaches her and touches her, and you can see her regain consciousness. Ismark. And you can see him hug her, and he starts to cry. I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Damn it. I rolled a natural 20 and an 8.
7.
14.
10.
12
11.
overall.
Yetta, what did you roll again? I'm sorry.
14.
14. Yetta, you can see as the last one in and everyone's kind of crowding to Irina, you can see that the bedroom window between the two beds is broken and shattered. It seems it seems that whoever came in here left swiftly through the window.
I'm gonna run up to the window and try to look at it closer. Do I see any do I see any blood? Do I see any items
with the 14?
Like rag?
I won't have you roll again, but with the 14, you don't see anything that's been caught on the window. In fact, oddly so, you don't even find blood, which surprises you. As you look down over the ledge without trying to avoid touching any of the broken glass, you can see that there is broken glass on the ground outside. In your haste to kind of get upstairs, no one noticed it. No one asked to kind of look around. So you guys stepped right over some broken glass coming up those stairs. And as you kind of look out into the mist and the fog, you don't hear or see anything.
Irina, what do you remember?
Ismark kind of pulls her and looks at her as you ask her this, and she says, I don't remember. I fell asleep.
What? You check your book. Did you dream?
Check the book.
Does that matter? That might not help.
I start looking for a book.
The book has been kept on the bedside table.
I pick it up. Open it up.
You got sex dreams.
I just didn't think of this.
I scan to. I go to the last page that's filled in. I'm not reading her whole thing.
The last page, you would see it summarized that she's dreaming of having dinner with her father and Ismark. Present day. It's just them at a long table, and they talk about small pleasantries like it was when they were both with her. And it describes that a dark shadow falls over the house, and the door opens, and the dark figure approaches, and when it gets close to her, and everything else darks out, including her father, including Ismark, she sees the face of Strahd, and then she wakes up to what she's seeing right now, is what would be a last moments of her dream.
Ismark, when'd you get in town, bro?
Can I tell people, please?
Can you tell people what?
Because I read it. Irina,
Yeah, you just gonna ignore my question?
I didn't want to cut off Sarah. I was going to answer the question.
answer her question because it's so important.
All right. He would look to you, and he'd be like, Hugo, I arrived after dinner. I went to the burgomaster's house thinking I'd expect to find you all there. When they didn't recognize the name Irina, I'd start looking for you elsewhere. And I had got pointed in the direction when I heard screaming upstairs. I ran up here and found her like this.
Oh, so you told the burgomaster her name?
Wait. Ismark, how did you get in this room?
I came from downstairs.
How did you get in?
Danica let me up. The lady who owns the bar.
I go downstairs and talk to Danica.
As you would walk outside the corridor, you would actually see Danica approach from the back rooms behind the bar with a dagger drawn. She'd be like, how do I know that's you, Yetta?
Danica, I had drinks here earlier this night. I told 2, potentially 3 very big lies instead of 2 truths. It's me.
Is she safe up there?
Listen. I pull her aside to the 4-person bedroom.
Are you coming all the way downstairs?
No, I thought you said she was in the hallway.
She was coming out from behind the bar on the main floor.
Totally. I'm down there. I thought she was upstairs.
Okay.
I'll go up to her. I thought she was within earshot of where everyone else.
Well, she is, technically. You're just going down
Danica. I'll run down to her. Who did you let in to our rooms?
He said he was her brother. He looked like her, kind of, I guess. He said he was the burgomaster of Barovia.
Did he hear her scream before or after that?
I heard it.
Before you met him?
No, we were chatting.
And then she screamed?
Yes. I
Okay,
didn't
that's
trust him at first.
I did not either.
How would he have known she was here?
Because we've known Ismark. I just didn't know if that was the real Ismark, kind of like you didn't know if it was the real Yeda.
I still don't know it's the real Yetta.
Okay, fuck. I open...
Don't you curse me. Don't you curse me.
You know, Yeda would. Danica, come on! It's me!
Or the persuasion check.
Wait, and not great. Wait, I have pretty good persuasion. 12.
Okay, I believe it's you.
Okay, so I was just making sure because Ismark has been like nowhere to be found for days, and all of a sudden when Irina's hurt, he shows up. But it's like, did you hear a commotion? Like, did you see anybody weird in the bar tonight? Like, anyone?
No, everything cleared out when we started to hear what was happening outside.
Cleared out?
Yes, it was packed. Everyone was getting ready for the festival tomorrow. But then when we heard the vampire, everyone cleared out. I brought Brom and Bray out into the back room. Erwin's still out back there, making sure they're safe.
Are they all right? They're all good?
Yes, when I heard a banging on the door, I thought it was the end. And then it was this man. Did
you invite him in?
No, he just walked in.
Okay, good. That's good. That's good. Okay. I do have a sad news. It's not Irina.
What is it?
The window has been broken by whoever hurt her.
Oh,
she's all right. She's all right, but we need something to block the window.
Yeah, that is the least of my concerns.
I think I should go on Irina's tab, honestly.
It is not my first broken window. I will take care of it. Is she okay?
She's all right. We're gonna check in more. I just need to make sure I could trust this man. I will go back. Come and find us if you need us. I will run up. I will run back up the stairs, and I'll just give a thumbs up when I walk in the room.
Do you know the song where it's like do 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 do? You know, like the stuff? That's what I'm picturing for Yetta.
Yeah. Yetta ran back up. She gives everyone a thumbs up. Okay, Ismark. Did you see anybody outside before you came up here? Anybody hanging about?
Not hanging about. I saw people leaving. It was when everything started to pick up. What is happening out there?
Benmo?
Vampires attacked the town.
Was it Strahd?
We didn't see him.
Irina, was it Strahd? Do you remember anything? And she goes, no, I don't remember. I was asleep.
Irina, you dreamt of something. What did you dream of?
It was a nightmare.
Who was in it?
Strahd.
So?
It was a dream. Yada.
Yes. And dreams have a way of manifesting in real life.
Did she get bit in the arm?
Mm-hmm.
Someone take a look at her arm.
It's like right here.
What does it look like?
Two piercing marks close together on the inside of her wrist.
Is Rictavio with us?
No, he stayed back.
All right.
I try to line my teeth up with the holes to see if they match my teeth gaps. Do they match my teeth?
Your teeth are a little further apart than.
I see Hugo do it. I match my jaws to her.
Ismark's like, now is not the time.
We're trying to cancel out suspects. This is very important.
None of you are vampires.
And all of us were fighting the vampires.
How about this? I hold my bite mark up to her bite mark. Do they match?
Pretty close.
Oh, so she was bitten by a vampire.
Oh, I think we're getting somewhere, guys.
I'm just saying. My vampire was a human vampire. Yeah, he wasn't like a half orc or something.
I don't think we need to worry about that.
It's definitely a human vampire.
On your hands, count for me how many non-humans from Barovia that you've met. And we're talking like,
None.
Probably a human. So just statistically speaking.
But like, adventurers come to town, Strahd says you're
more information, I don't think that it's helpful to wonder at the identity of her attacker. I think we all have a good idea of who it might be.
Irina looks at you all and she says, if it was really him, why am I still here? Why didn't he take me?
Ismark got here just in the nick of time, maybe.
How big is the window?
It's big. What do you mean? In reference to like a person getting through?
Yeah.
Yeah, a person could jump through it.
As opposed to a bat.
The hole is definitely human sized.
Okay.
It's not a tiny bat size. Yep.
I'm gonna try to. I want to try to talk to Revlin quietly without Irina hearing.
I'd say the best way to do that is to leave the room.
Revlin, can I speak with you outside, please?
Of course.
Okay, we'll head outside. Down the step to the base of the. No, let's just do the hallway. Fuck it.
Is there?
Can I
Can I go grab it?
Yeah.
Revlin, do you know much of necromancy or that kind of magic?
DM, I'll leave it up to you, like how much I know, but I imagine I would have some background
in necromantic or what?
Well, just knowledge of it.
Of
just
what?
Because that.
I asked of necromancy in general. I'm going to be more specific. Give me a sec. Revlin, I'm afraid that this is not an accident that Irina stayed and did not get taken.
What do you mean?
I do not think the attack was interrupted. I think the plan was successfully.
Thank you so much.
What are you implying?
I think there's something wrong with her.
Like what?
Strahd has done things to us faster in a blink of an eye than what he could have done to her in that time. I believe the attack on the church was a distraction from this.
It seems likely.
And whatever happened to Irina is probably a permanent change. We need to watch her.
Could I roll in like an Arcana check or something like that to see if...
I was actually going to roll an Arcana check in regards to that question.
Rolling at...
She dreamt us. Oh, it's bad. Fuck. I asked the poison kid.
It's a natural 1.
Oh,
so that puts me at 8.
Still not 1. It's not like anything. It's not like you lose any knowledge, but.
My head has been swimming since the Watcher House, and there's been so much that's gone on since then.
Yes, I just want to tell you though to look out for it. I knew you knew more of this kind of magic than I do, and though I know Benvom would help, I don't know Benvom understands it.
I'll think on it again in the morning.
We need sleep. Wait, did we find Ernest?
Oh no, Ernest!
I go running to find if we left. Where can I try to find where he left though?
Do you remember where you left him?
We
Yeah,
bumped him
like
on
a
the
block
way.
before the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah, go ahead, Sarah. I'll have you roll an investigation.
Ah! I'm so scared. Lucky dice. Okay, not awful. 14.
You're pretty confident you come across the same sewer you dropped him in, where you would find a muddy and trampled cloak.
God damn it! They didn't treat it nice. I pick it up.
But no hempen rope.
Oh dear.
Can I look farther in the sewer to see if there's a body at the bottom of it?
With your fortune, I'd say you could look down. It's dark. You need some help to see better down to the bottom.
Damn it, I don't have dark vision.
Do you have any torches in your pack?
I have one torch. I'm gonna light the torch and drop it.
Why would
She
you
could buy more at Aerosex Stockyard. All right. So dramatically, you light your torch.
It might be a deep sewer. You know what I mean?
You drop your torch through the grate, and you actually struggle to get it through the grate. And as it falls maybe 10, 15 feet, it lands in a small puddle, but before it extinguishes, you can see it smoke, but it seems to be empty down there, besides a scurrying rat nearby, and then it scurries off.
Do I scorch it?
No.
No damage to the rat, huh?
No, you just see it enter into the environment. It doesn't approach the flame itself. but
Okay.
It's empty down there.
Okay. Good use of a torch. I head back to the party.
All right. What is everyone else doing inside the small bedroom?
I was gonna do that medicine check to see if I see anything weird about, besides it being a vampire bite, like anything unnatural about the wound.
I'm trying to think if medicine would be better or if what you're looking for. Yeah, let's do medicine for now.
Alrighty. Let me reconnect here again.
He dropped out.
Alright. 19.
Although weak and recovering still, pale in the face, a little ashen, you can see that she seems to be otherwise unscathed with the medicine check. Perhaps with a little bit of time, some rest, she would be back to normal.
Alright, I'm gonna pump one more cure wounds into her.
Oh man. Alright, go for it. You rolled 8 on the first one, right?
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
Not hugely into your use of the word pump and into.
And
I
her,
said cure wounds.
Pump that radiant
That is so
energy.
jealous.
filling her up with his light.
Oh.
Yeah! Alright, she's back to full health actually with those 2 cure wounds. So she's looking much better.
She does not have a lot of health.
She is full of your light.
She's full of your love and light.
Awesome.
Yicky.
Of
Alright.
your light love. Okay.
Ismark kind of looks at you all and he says, I will stay with her tonight.
Maybe we should take turns.
I definitely think we should have a
Watching.
watch tonight.
I could also cast Tiny Hut to help.
We should definitely also do that. I think all the party should be able to come in and out of it if you can manage that.
Yes, I cast it right now with all of us in the room. That's 9.
Is
The
that
bird can't come.
I'm sorry. It's
Then
9.
I come.
I'm pretty sure it's 9. Let me double check. I will double check.
You're not including the bird? Are you counting Igor though?
And no, Igor's kicked out too. Then
There's
no, I'll keep my frog in before Igor. I mean,
there's 6 of you, 2 of them, that's 8.
I get 9, so I need to get rid of one of the animals.
Okay.
Sleep outside.
Well, to be fair, Igor's already in the room. And,
No, Rapture would absolutely not stand for that.
fuck.
I'm
I
offended.
go run before I cast it. I run. I put my my bird cage frog holder on my bed, the other room, and I run back in. I cast it.
Okay. So you're all casted within the tiny hut.
Besides Igor, Igor could die tonight, and I will never forgive any of you.
Igor's gonna turn into a vampire tonight.
Fire frog.
You actually haven't checked on Igor besides the concept of putting him down.
I will check him later after I cast.
You find 2 holes in his little froggy neck.
Vampire frog.
I put my teeth up to it and see if it's the same size.
It's a match.
I got hungry and I ate Sarah's frog. I'm so sorry,
He
Sarah.
comes back as a vampire, tries to bite us, but he has no teeth.
Ismark says, I hope you don't mind, but Irene and I have a lot to catch up on. If you could have your watch outside of the room, I would appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you, Revlin.
I pick up my shield as quietly as
Revlin does
possible.
not speak for all of us.
Yeah, no, we should leave.
But have some respect.
Oh shit, Revlin.
Sorry, I didn't hear what his response was for any reason. My
I
headphones.
said, Yetta, have some respect.
He said,
I
shut the
have-
fuck up, Yetta. Those be
Good.
fighting words. Alright, I'm done.
All I'm saying is, we need to all be careful. What is the harm in us all being extra careful tonight?
We will still peek in occasionally to check on them and ensure that everything is all right. But I think we can understand a family's desire to be together.
I kind of turn away at that. But no,
I need a drink and I go downstairs to the bar.
As you head back up, Danica goes, Hugo, get your ass back upstairs. We're closed.
I just killed like 8 vampires for this town.
Hugo, we can't spread that around right now. There's a little bit of tension.
Yeah, but Danica. For me.
Hugo.
Hugo.
For me.
Me so thirsty. Nothing?
I slammed a glass pint on the table. No, a glass wine. That was shatter. She shatters with anger the first wine glass, and then she pulls out the second one and pours you a glass of wine. Good night, Hugo.
Thank you.
That'll be 7 silver.
Yeah, just put it on Irina's tab and I run
Nope,
upstairs.
not this time.
No! I killed like 3 vampires.
Mm-hmm.
I put a gold on the counter and
Thank you, Benville.
walk away. Let's go, Hugo.
Thanks, buddy.
Don't care in the fucking world. Alright, are you guys finally ready for bed? You're really pushing your luck with your hit points.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Time.
I got something
I'm
I need to
gonna
identify.
change the lighting of the tiny hut to very dimly lit. It's not pitch black though.
Mood lighting.
Oh my god, look at her jump.
Yeah, mood lighting. And then, so who is taking first watch outside of their door to look in and check?
I will while I drink my nightcap.
Okay. Hugo, you can wake me up after you are done.
Okay.
Who's after me? Who should I wake up?
You can wake
I'll
up
go.
me.
Who is it?
Brana.
Rana, I will wake up Rana. And then I think we need one more. Yes, DM?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay. Or we can do it together.
Yeah, I'd say like 1 or
Or
2
we
more
can do that.
actually.
Yeah.
You need to have close to for everyone to get a full night rest. Yeah, with all this like interruption, yeah, I would need practically everyone. I'll say besides Rapture, just so we don't have an extra person
Okay.
on the floor.
Sounds good.
So
everyone
then
will take their
Rana wakes up Revlin. Revlin, you wake up Benvom. Benvom, your last watch.
And I'll be there for the sunrise.
Very fitting.
Okay.
Who's sleeping where then?
Probably the same places.
Well, it's not the
Well,
same places.
Yeah, I was
With-
sleeping in Irina's room. Well, sort of. Not really. I got kicked out.
One night.
You still have 6 beds.
We've only had like 2 nights.
Exactly. So one night you were, and one night you were not. There's how many beds?
There's still 6 beds, 2 in the one room next
Oh,
to.
we're good.
And someone's
think-
always going to be at watch, so you actually always have a spare bed.
Okay, good. I'm gonna take the first bed as I always do.
Yep, Hugo takes the one next to you, I assume, if he's taking the same bed he's always slept in.
Yeah, he jumped over the first one on that first night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rapture, I think, slept next to Hugo.
Yes,
So then
and then
Benville,
the
by
third bed was
default-
empty.
Well, Benville peeks in the door, says, or stands there for a minute, sees Yetta at her bed, says, good night. And then I go into the boys' room, kind of sheepishly.
Into whose boys' room?
But Hugo's here.
Oh, is Brana sleeping in that room?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only
That's
one
fine.
bed.
The
There's-
boys' room.
There's Hugo's bed that's empty right now because he's first watch, which is next to me, and then there's the fourth bed that's never been slept in.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And Rapture, are you doing that or are you staying in the room?
I sleep in my chainmail.
In the room though? Like
Yeah.
the 4-bedroom room?
Yeah.
Alright. You'd be sleeping in the third bed in, Sarah? Is that what you
No,
said? The 4th
it's-
bed.
in terms of closest door to the farthest, it's Yetta, Hugo, Rapture, empty.
Okay, that's what I thought. So as you get ready for bed in your chainmail, which actually with chainmail, all heavy armor, you actually, if you want to get a full night's sleep, you have to take off your heavy
Alright.
chainmail.
I'm just trying to be modest.
I understand, but you have clothes underneath.
Okay.
You're heavily clothed underneath of chainmail, actually.
Cool. I'll wear those then.
Okay, that's not a problem. Just so you get your full night's sleep. It's only with heavy armor where I try to enforce that. But as you kind of undress and get ready for bed, and you put the covers over you, Rapture looks over at you and she goes, "Good night, Benville." and kind of looks down and just pulls a sheet up and kind of sits there in bed.
Before I go to bed, I want to check on the status of my frog.
All right.
He has 4 bite marks.
He's been drained of his 1 hit point.
Yeah, by 4 vampires.
All right, you can see he's alive, but you haven't been feeding him or giving him water.
No. Is he half dead? Like,
He's in pain. He's hurting.
okay.
You also
okay.
rolled around with a vampire for like 10 minutes.
I did. I was grappled. I didn't have a choice. Igor, I'm sorry. What can I do?
He kind of looks at you with his soft eyes. Roll a animal handling check.
Oh, it's bad. I don't understand you. 8.
Yeah, with those soft eyes, Yetta will always see the same phrases where he's like, I love you, Yetta.
Oh, Igor, you're so sweet to me. And with that, I will put a little piece of my like half ration left. Little piece of my half ration. And then I will pour some water from a canteen.
Mm-hmm.
And I will hang my mud-soaked cloak over the end of the chair.
Mm-hmm.
I will put my Igor frog on... Is there an end table or is it just that table in the corner?
What you see is what you get, girl.
Okay, I put him on the table next to my cloak.
Okay.
I give him a little kiss to the cage. And I will say goodnight, everybody.
Good night. And you'll hear Rapture. You'll hear like a quiet bird noise next to Rapture, and she goes, Buffy, I would never. And then she rolls over for bed. Whose first watch is it? Hugo?
Me.
All right, Hugo, I need you to roll perception check.
That's 6 on a 4 is a 10.
Sitting outside the door, all is quiet at this hour. You cover watch from about 11:30 at night, roughly close to midnight, till about 2 a.m.
Okay, and I drank my wine.
All right, who's next?
Me!
All right, Yetta, roll a perception check.
It's bad. 8.
Again, quiet, very quiet. Unlike every other night when you've watched, Yetta, the downstairs is completely closed. There are no patrons in the main floor. Danica is not serving drinks. The Blue Water Inn is closed.
Do I hear any talking from within their bedroom, Igor or Ismark and Irina?
Very, very quietly, but you wouldn't be able to discern anything they're saying. But you would hear 2 voices. Very, very quiet.
Okay. At the end of my watch, if I kept hearing them talk, I would then wake up my next person, which is Brana.
Okay, Brana, roll a perception check.
What up? I shall do this. Loki dice.
Loki'd.
15.
15. Yeah, so the Blue Water Inn is closed. It's from the hours roughly 3 to 5 in the morning, pretty early, which would have been closed anyway at those hours. But you are able to hear a little bit more into the room behind you, where Irina and Ismark are staying. And in there, you can hear them talking about the children that you helped save, Hans being one of them. And you can hear him briefly tell her that he is staying at their home in Barovia, and he has employed somebody to watch over Hans when he went to search for you all.
Good to know. Now I feel kind of bad that he did such a crap job with his sister.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your watch?
Nope.
All right, who's next?
That'd be me.
All right, Revlin, roll a perception check.
So before going to bed, though, I would ritual cast Identify on the sickle weapon, or the scythe-like weapon.
That you found at the Watcher House?
Yep.
All right, let me send something your way. Revlin gets to know, and you don't get to know.
Awesome.
Hold, please.
Mm-hmm. And I'd also be checking out the other stuff that we found. But we'll go in a second.
I would say, for you to get a full night rest, you might not be able to do all of it, and have you pick and choose some things. Because there was a lot in that chest you guys grabbed.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Hold please. Okay. I think you should see it now, Revlin. It should be called Crescent Moon Sickle.
Yep, got it. Oh, that's really cool looking.
That's a real picture of someone's sickle.
That's very cool looking.
Yeah.
Some druidic shit.
I thought it was sick.
What? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Roll your perception check.
Awesome feature.
Am I still poisoned at this point or not?
The poison.
I think you said it was like 30 to 40 minutes, but
It's an hour, so definitely
Okay.
not.
Okay. So that would be a 19.
19. You can hear at this point the room inside has gone quiet. It's from the hours of like 5 to 7 in the morning.
I'd probably poke my head in at some point just to make sure that like.
You're trying to do it discreetly or just
Yeah.
trying to. Okay,
Yeah,
so roll a. I'll have you roll a stealth check.
That is a 10 plus 3, so 13.
Okay, with the 13, it's not too hard to discreetly open the door. The wood kind of creaks as you open it, but as you peek in, you can see that Irina is back in her bed on the left-hand side of the room, and Ismark is laid up, like propped up on the floor, laying up against the side of the bed, asleep as well. And he seems to have fallen asleep, sitting by her bedside on the floor, but they are both sleeping soundly.
Okay. When Brana comes to wake me up, I would give her the sickle and tell her about what it does.
Okay,
What'd it do?
I'll find it your way.
I want to know.
Awesome
I
feature.
wanna know.
Awesome
Can you
feature,
show
awesome feature.
me? All right, Brana, you should be able to find it now. It is just called the Crescent Moon Sickle.
Must be evil to wield.
God, that's so cool.
Oh, at the top. That would be easy.
Is that everything for your watch, Revlin?
Yes.
I'd say with the remainder time, you can pick 2 things from what you found at the watch house if you want to take a look at it for some detail.
Okay, so I'll take a look at. I've written down leather book and black book, 4
Okay.
quarters in the black book. Can I take a look at both of those?
Both the books. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yep.
I want to know about the Watcher Library.
Right? What the heck? Where are you at? Okay, you said
Leather book and black book with 4 quarters on it.
yes. Okay, so you would see the first book is a bound manuscript. It's brown leather. And although you guys haven't had time to talk about this, it's similar to the book downstairs found in the basement. It says, "The Devil We Know." As you quickly skim through it, you can see it is a manifesto, which is proudly written by Lady Fiona Watcher, attesting to the worship of devils to bring happiness, success, freedom, wealth, and longevity.
Oh dear. Okay.
The second book, the black leather book, is titled "The Grimoire of the Four Quarters."
Oh.
Written by the infamous diabolist Devosta. who was drawn and quartered for his fell practices, yet did not die. I need you to make just a straight intelligence check for me.
Oh dear. Natural 19, so that's a 23.
This book you recognize as familiar. It's a famous manuscript, and you kind of get excited over the concept of finding an actual printing or duplicate of this book. But as you kind of look through it and appraise it, you can see that this is unfortunately a forgery, and the actual original would probably drive the reader mad.
Damn.
It would drive you mad.
I know, but I'm just so excited for something magical.
What else, just out of curiosity, what else did you pull from there?
So there was a pipe, a leather case, like a paper case, and a silk bag of some sort. Oh, and paper and parchment.
Yeah, I think I remember saying like paper and some parchment scrolls and stuff, right? Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. All right. Anyone else? Did everyone go? Yeah, right? Besides Rapture. But
Wes.
Benville, have you not gone yet?
Nope, I'm the last watch.
You're next. Go for it. Perception check.
I also just got here.
Hi!
Hi.
Welcome, Victoria, playing Rapture.
Hi. Hi.
We're just taking night.
I got this.
3. Dope. You get distracted by the subtle smells of breakfast meats cooking downstairs, so you didn't realize how hungry you were after a long night of fighting the undead.
Can I tell what's cooking?
No.
Oh, man.
Not the 3. So, while you're all resting, though, you all dream. And as always, Paige has to tell you what you dream about, because that's Paige. So, tonight's dreams, you all find, you oddly, oh no. No! We have a car alarm going off your house. You all find,
It's my car alarm.
it's you?
Yeah.
Did you get bunced?
Why does everyone go off?
I'm gonna keep going, and we'll do Benville last. You all dream of a similar experience you had long ago when you were at the Vistani camp, when Madame Ava gave you Tarot reading. Yetta, as you sleep, most of the night you have just darkness in your dreams. Swirls of mist and form. But one thing you do remember when you wake up the next day is this card, and I will show it to everybody as I go through everyone's stuff. Does everyone see this pop up? But it's the Executioner card.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the one image you have, Yetta, when you wake up, or while you sleep. Next up would be Benville. Benville, as you sleep, you also dream of a Taroka card. It is the Necromancer card.
Uh-oh.
After Benville,
That one's scary.
it's very scary. After Benville, we would have Brana. Brana, you would dream of the Shepherd tarot card.
Yay! Sheeps.
Awesome.
For once, Brana doesn't have
Just
a
like
sad
Brana.
dream.
Wholesome. Just like Brana.
Revlin, you would dream of the Horseman card.
Oh dear.
Next up, Hugo. You would dream of the Anarchist card.
Hi, Victoria.
And finally, Rapture. You would dream of the Ghost card. These symbols you're not quite familiar with, but as you all wake up after a long night rest, of course you all recover from what is a long rest. Hugo, if you assumingly get some food in you today, you would recover from your exhaustion. So keep that in mind. But everyone otherwise should be all ready to go. With these Vistani cards in your head, you're not quite sure what they could mean. It is morning. The dawn breaks. What little light that breaks the horizon. The mist gets a little lighter. The tree line starts to appear as you all wake up.
Say a little prayer
for you. Wherever you stay in my... Okay, go ahead.
No, for wow.
Morning Lord, Lathander.
No, for Petrovic.
Father Lucian Petrovic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go downstairs. And do I see Danica downstairs?
You don't see her. You hear her in the back with loud pots and pans banging.
I yell, good morning.
It takes a minute for her to come back, and she says, "Good morning, Hugo. Have you brought down your glass from last night?"
I do. I hand it over to her, and I give her a kiss on the cheek, and I go, thank you for making my night better.
My pleasure.
What you cooking? It smells good.
Pork sausage and egg.
Yes. Yes, is all I say. Yes. I'll have some.
Okay. And you see her kind of hurry back. And you hear her curse, like as she's in the back room, you hear her curse. It seems like maybe the, something is burned, just slightly. Started to burn.
I'll take I like it extra crispy. That's okay.
You didn't have to ask. I was going to give you the crispy ones anyway.
You know me so well.
What is everyone else doing?
I'm taking a bit more time to look through everything.
Okay. Everyone else?
Does Yetta recognize the image as a card or as just the image?
Absolutely. Actually, all of you would visually see the card, flipping and spinning in the mist as it grew closer to you. You would recognize this to match the art from Madame Ava. All of you, especially Yetta.
When I wake up the next morning, I want to pull out my deck of cards and start scanning through them until I find the executioners.
Yep. And I think, Sarah, I think you have some of this already. So you'd be able to pull the same information.
Yeah, let me open that up. Sorry.
You're okay.
It's been a while.
With your knowledge of this Vistani tradition, Yetta, you would be able to determine that the executioner represents the possible imminent death of one wrongly or rightly convicted of a crime, false accusations, and unjust prosecution.
Yes.
Which is what you've been fearing for the last several days, or at least the last 2 days.
The
last day.
Okay. I would mentally take a note of this, not write anything down. I would shuffle the deck again.
Okay.
And just out of curiosity, I'm going to shuffle it, and then I'm going to I'm going to turn to the person next to me, which I think is Hugo. If he got up.
He went downstairs, so it'd be Rapture.
Rapture, can you cut this deck for me, please?
In a normal accent.
Rapture, can you cut the deck for me, please?
Rapture. Will you cut the deck for me, please?
Sarah, I
Except
want you to
for
physically shuffle the deck.
I'm so sorry, but I packed them.
What?
I packed up my bookshelf this past week, and they're in the packing. I can go and grab it, but I'd rip open. Let me do it. 1 sec.
I'm offended.
She has the deck of cards.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I gifted them to her.
Oh.
Like the actual Taroka card?
They sell the Taroka card deck for physical, obviously, if we're all sitting around a table, I could actually give you a real Madame Ava's card reading. And Sarah kept talking about how she was like, oh, I have this deck of cards Madame Ava wants me. I wanted to start giving readings to everybody. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. It was like $5 on Amazon, so I sent it to her, and she fucking packs it. All right. while we're waiting, Revlin, looking through the rest of... How much time do you want to spend looking through the rest of the stuff?
I'm forgetting now, but was the pipe magical?
No, the pipe was not magical. The only magical item was the sickle. Correct.
Okay. So I'll check the leather case for any kind of trap or anything like that, but other than that, I'm going to be pretty quick about them.
Okay, so if you're trying to check for traps, I need you to roll a perception check.
So that is a 10 plus 4, so 14.
The leather case does not seem to be trapped.
Okay, I'll open it up.
Inside, you would find... Wait, you said the silver bag, the leather bag, and then...
silk bag, leather case. I think you said something like it looked like a tube, like a paper tube or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And a pipe.
Okay, yeah, so I think maybe the wordplay got messed up, but there was a silk bag and a leather bag. I think that's what we meant by leather.
Okay.
But in the leather bag, you would find it contains 110 gold.
Holy crap. Okay.
Anything else you'd like to look at?
Silk bag, and I'll take a look at the pipe.
In the silk bag, the silk over time has seemed to held well, but when you open it up, you find 180 electrum pieces, but they seem to be different than what you're used to in the Forgotten Realms. And as you turn one over, when you pull it out, the coin bears Strahd's stern visage and profile, so it has a striking resemblance to the Count. But it's 180 electrum pieces.
So overall, between everything, I got a total value of 253 gold. So 253 divided by 6. So that's 42 gold.
Friendship.
So
You plan to give it...
yeah, I'd give everyone.
Okay, so even though obviously that physically hasn't happened yet, everyone just mark it down now. 42 pieces of gold.
Okay, and 1 gold left over. And I'll hold on to that.
Ooh, so selfish.
Sneaky! We're changing Colin's alignment tonight. I'm just kidding. Anything else?
What does the pipe look like?
I'll let you do one more thing. So you can either check out the pipe, the pieces of parchment, or like the rolled up paper, like the scroll.
The scroll.
Okay, so as you unroll it, you can see it's actually what seems to be actually 5 scrolls rolled together. They seem to be notarized deeds for parcels of land given to the Watcher family by a Count Strahd von Zarvik nearly 400 centuries ago.
400 centuries?
400 centuries ago.
Mm-hmm.
Are they vampires too?
Update, I can't find it. So, you are straight garbage.
I'm sorry. I literally I'm panicking and now I can't find it. It's probably sitting like directly in front of me and I'm just
Then
blind.
don't do another reading.
Hey.
I'm not taking the time pulling out the online deck.
Have you seen that meme where it's Obama and it says "then perish"? That's what that felt like.
All right. What is everyone else doing?
I'm caught up on the 400 centuries thing.
You don't know about that
A really
yet.
long time.
I know, but like Kayleen as a person is like deeply concerned about that amount of time. That's a lot of time.
It's older than our country
By a lot.
by like almost twice.
Okay, no, so you didn't mean centuries, you meant 400 years.
Nice 400 years?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
let me read.
Centuries.
400 adventures, I was like, Strahd is just so old.
Yeah, like ancient.
4
How do they have
centuries.
land
Vampire old.
4 centuries. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
The deeds for land.
400 years ago.
The deeds for land from 40,000 years ago.
That's what I was like. I was like, there's no way they had land deeds.
4 centuries. I'm so sorry, guys.
Those shits have held up.
I don't think paper lasts that long.
That's some old ass
It's
money.
all good.
Oh, hello, Willow.
It's magic paper.
What is everyone else doing? You all wake with the associated image that you dreamt of a Taroka reading. Sarah. Oh, she's ran off. She felt so bad.
Yeah, she's searching.
Sarah. She's got
She-
headphones.
She can't hear you.
She
Come back. She really wants that extra card reading. The
found the
bitch.
cards.
I don't know. No, she's looking for it. Okay, what is everyone else doing?
I'm eating breakfast, hopefully soon.
You're eating it.
Nom nom nom. Okay, I'm not exhausted. No.
It's so funny because I just said, like, oh, you need to eat food. And then I'm like, why is Kelly so insistent on eating fucking food?
Well, I would have done that either way.
True.
I don't have to eat food
So, one
to
sec.
get unexhausted.
Yes, you do. It does specify that you need a long night's rest. You need to be able to have had an opportunity to eat a full meal and drink appropriately. It does clarify that to relieve exhaustion.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome.
I feel like drink appropriately to Hugo means something a little bit different.
I know, I
Yeah.
didn't mean alcohol in that one. I meant the good old H2O.
She found them!
I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna have some food and find Brana.
Oh, it's parade day! Oh my god, I say that out loud.
That's adorable.
And I run upstairs and I jump on everyone's bed and I go, guys, it's parade day! It's parade day! It's parade day!
It's May Day Parade. I love that band.
Katie, don't cry.
Okay.
Yeda will wake up and shuffle her deck,
Okay.
her actual Taroka deck that she was so graciously gifted
By Madame Ava.
by Madame Ava. And she will shuffle, and she will say, Rapture, cut the deck.
Rapture takes it, looks at it. Buffy kind of like pecks at it a bit. Cuts the deck.
I cut the deck.
I
And
mean, like,
draw-
if you cut it and only took the top card and moved it.
I'm thinking that too.
That's what I thought she would do. But okay, I'm gonna draw the first card, and I'm gonna do a blind draw. You guys are gonna see it first.
I can't see it because someone else.
It's the charlatan, so that was a dud.
Why is it a dud?
Because it wasn't the executioner.
Oh. Sarah, do you have all this stuff?
No, in this deck, it only tells me ways to play this. Like,
No,
it's a
this-
profit
But the
game.
stuff I forwarded to you.
Oh. I could.
You wanted to be a fucking card reader.
I didn't think it happened today.
Charlatan represents liars, those who profess to believe one thing, but actually believe another.
Well, that's Rapture's then.
Rapture, as she turns to cut the deck to you, it's another reminder that you dreamt of one of those cards last night.
Oh,
Specifically, you dreamt of I believe the ghost card.
yeah. I ask her, but what do all of the cards mean? I
Don't look!
think I saw one last night.
Which one did you see? They each mean very unique things depending on when they are drawn and what suit they are in.
It looked like a pale figure with high shoulders and ghostly skeletal hands reaching out from water. It's a ghost card. Rapture describes it holding a lantern over with chains around its arms.
I would look in my deck until I found a card that matches that description.
It's the ghost card.
I know it is. I'm just playing along. She didn't say the ghost in character, so. When I find it, I'd look it over and recall. One second.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do anymore.
I know you're not. So I'm trying to find the link you sent me. Could you potentially send it again, just to,
Oh no.
please?
I'm looking at
No?
the campaign book. I don't have it pulled up on the internet.
One sec.
Rapture
I will.
says
I will
that's
read it again.
okay.
I'll find it. I promise.
No, there's no point in wasting that kind of time. So the ghost card, Sarah, you would recognize it as it representing the looming past, the return of an old enemy, or the discovery of a secret buried long ago.
Well, from what you were describing the ghost card. It's in the crown suit. This talks of a dark past, an old enemy coming back, or a secret you've hidden.
Perfect.
Do any of those ring a bell to you?
Some,
Not all?
most, all.
Oh, that's no good. You have enemies?
I'm sorry?
You have enemies?
I would say there are people who would rather we not be around. And Buffy kind of like hops on that.
Okay.
Gives me a love peck.
I'll put that one back in the deck. Shuffle it back in. Is anyone else in the room?
Benvom, you said you were gonna look for Brana, right? Benvom would have already left, and he would have gone to the other room to find, assumingly if Brana's still there, Brana and and Revlin. Revlin looking over a few items.
Okay.
Brana,
Yep.
do you know?
I've been here the whole time.
There's no need to yell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Brana, do you know how to find Rictavio?
For the most part, he just shows up. I know he's been boarding nearby.
I
Why?
think we should maybe consult him about Irina's wound.
Yeah, good idea. I'll see if I can't find him or track him down.
Awesome.
Is that something you're doing right now, Brana?
Brana would get up, I guess, and go see if he's in that other room that he's been in.
Okay. So you walk down the external staircase in through the main door, up the opposite staircase, and
This is a weirdly laid out place. I just want to clarify.
I love it. It makes such interesting choices though, outside of like what you're doing right now where you have to go find Rictavio. It's one of the rare times where it doesn't make sense. Every other time it's so cool that you have external staircases.
Yeah.
So you approach the door is closed.
I'm gonna press an ear to it and see if I hear anything.
Roll a perception check. Roll
Yes.
perception check.
10.
You can't hear anything on the outside of the door.
Okay, I knock. Loudly.
Wait a moment. About 5 seconds. 10 seconds.
Great. That's
Silence.
promising. Cool. I try to open the door.
The door is locked. As you've seen him, unlock and lock the door several times to let you in.
Brana breaks in. Or
You need
attempts to
you
break
wanna
in.
lock it. You want to pick the lock?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have your thieves' tools with you?
Yeah, baby.
Okay. So I need you to make a. You just need to make a straight dexterity check.
Pew 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 pew. Nat 20, baby. Woo! Loki dice finally working out.
You don't have to put your ear to the door, as you can feel the clicks of the lock press and open and unlock. And as you swing the door open and like spy flip in, like James Bond. You look in and the room is empty.
That's not a good sign.
She spy flips out.
She can spy flip back out with a nat 20. Go for it.
I spy flip back out.
And when you close the door, it just magically locks behind you. It was like perfectly done. It was so weird.
Sick.
Rogue.
Nice.
All right.
Great. That's about the beginning and the end of the leads I have on.
After that moment, all you can think of again is that shepherd card you dreamt of last night, and how it seems that your shepherd seems to be missing.
Oh god, shit.
It's a
Would I have knowledge that like Yetta might know anything about the Taraka cards? Because I know that like I don't want to be racist and assume that all Vistani know stuff about.
That's what I'm actually
Cards.
relying on. I'm relying on racism for you guys to reach out to Yetta, because she hasn't made that bit known yet. That you saw her get a deck from Madame Ava when you guys returned. You saw that happen, right? Was everyone there for that?
Yep, everyone was
So
there.
everyone saw her get the deck back, but yeah, I'm hoping that you guys would make that connection.
Okay, Brana will go back down the stairs and then find Yetta. I guess go back up the other stairs.
Yeah, you look in the maid room and you'd see Hugo eating a plate of breakfast food. Hugo's alone.
I give Hugo finger guns.
I probably would be back in the room putting on my shit.
As you enter back in, what, Sarah?
Just to be clear, I did find the meeting, so you don't need to help me anymore.
Perfect, thank you. I appreciate that.
Sorry, I apologize for the lateness.
It's okay. So, Brana, as you open back up the door, you would see, assumingly, unless someone says it otherwise, you would see Yetta, Rapture, and Benvom, who is now putting on his chainmail and getting ready for the day.
Hey team, looking good.
Hi, Borana.
Revenge
Did
is
you-
simple.
Did you sleep well?
Well enough. It's tough when you have your watch right in the middle of your sleeping, but you know, you make do. No, it's all right. I'm happy to help. I don't mean to sound really racist in the next couple sentences, which is usually, I know, preceded by someone being really racist.
Yeah.
But do you know anything about Taraka cards?
Taroka, yes. Did you also dream?
Yeah. I'm gonna take it that you dream about cards too.
No, I don't often dream about cards, but last night I did, and Rapture also last night.
Oh,
Had the
you guys
dream?
dream about a card as well?
Benvom,
God.
you dreamt of a card too?
Yes.
That's not a good sign, guys.
No, this is great sign.
What
this
did you
is-
dream of?
This
What was
is
your clue?
fantastic. This is the fates helping us. This is Vistani helping. I mean, you know, not that they would help me or anything like I'm Vistani, but this is good. Okay, Brana, describe what you saw. Describe it in detail. And I'm scanning my cards.
I saw a woman.
You guys have the
With-
words on the card, so you're allowed to say the
I know,
word.
but she just likes the descriptive
No,
part,
I
so I'll
thought I
do
didn't know if we
descriptive.
had the words on
Yeah,
it.
it literally says shepherd on it.
Shepherd.
Oh yes, shepherd. That is the 4 glyphs. So it
Good.
talks about those who protect others,
Mhm.
one who bears a burden far too great to be shouldered alone. So this could either mean something about you or something about someone you care about. Does that
don't
make
like
sense?
either of those. Yeah, I just don't like it. All right.
So I'm gonna take that as you need me to ask you for help more often, and I will do it without you asking.
Oh.
The
thank
fates
you.
have a way of helping us. Benvom, what did you describe? What did you see last night? This is good.
I don't know what it was, but it was like a man necromancing.
A necromancer?
I hate
That
you
might have
guys
been
so
it.
much.
That's a necromancer. Okay, let me look through and see. Necromancer. Ah, yes, the 8 of Stars. It talks of unnatural events and unhealthy obsessions. Those who follow a destructive path. Your path is destructive. So it is said, so it is written. Your path is destructive.
I think those cards just called you out, Benvom.
Hugo,
Turned
are you
from that
here?
path a long time ago.
Hugo.
He's
No.
downstairs.
Gremlin.
He's in the other room.
Gremlin!
Gremlin, you
finish-
would hear Yetta yelling at this point.
I'll collect up everything and.
I will storm to his door before
Walk.
he gets out.
Okay.
Gremlin!
Yes.
Before
Ida?
that, before that, I just want to tell, while you're leaving, that I would tell Bedwell that Rictavio wasn't where I thought he'd be.
We'll have to keep looking.
Yep. Bad news bears on the horizon.
Okay, Revan. Did you dream last night of a card?
Yes.
Describe it. What was it?
It was a dead horse with a dead rider. The rider was wearing a cloak of ancient design and maybe arcane symbols along the bottom.
Yes.
In his
Okay.
hand, he had a saber soaked in blood.
Oh no. That sounds like the horseman. It speaks of death, disaster in the form of the loss of wealth or property, a horrible defeat, or the end of a bloodline. Does that ring any bells?
Yes, I think we should probably all meet and discuss what we found from the Watcher house.
But this is more important. This is fate saying, "Hey, watch out." I think that's a little more important than the Watchers.
Perhaps this. Well, I'll let you decide once we've talked about this.
Okay. Where are we meeting? I say we find Hugo first, just so I can talk with him briefly.
Let's take a table in the common room and we can go over everything.
I storm down the steps.
I'm gonna poke my head into Irina's room.
When you do, you can see that they are both still sleeping. Their late night talks have kept them up a little later than the rest of you, and they are still sleeping soundly in the same place where I think it was actually Reverend who saw it before, if I remember, where Ismark is on the floor leaning up against the side of the bed, and Irina is sleeping soundly in the bed.
Okay.
So you will meet Hugo downstairs? Hugo,
do.
where were you sitting downstairs?
At the bar.
Alright, you find Hugo when you enter the main doors again. Hugo is sitting by the bar.
Hugo!
It's
Hugo!
It is time for a parade.
Hugo!
Parade.
Listen!
Parade.
Hugo!
What?
Last night, did you dream of anything particular?
Yeah, something spinning around with some words on it.
What were the words? Spell them out!
It was anarchist.
Anarchist.
There was a dude on it, and he had some cuffs on him, and he looked like a badass.
Anarchist?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said anyway. Okay, 6 of glyphs. A fundamental change brought on by one whose beliefs are being put to the test. Does that sound familiar to you, Hugo?
I don't even know what that means, so no.
Let me simplify. A change happens by somebody who believes they are being challenged.
Yo, every day's a challenge.
But do you feel
Is
like
that
your
what that means?
beliefs? Do you think your thinking is being challenged, Hugo?
No.
This must be about someone you like. Who do you like? No, this is you. Anarchist, it's perfect.
Huh?
The card is not wrong. You is wrong. So there is some fundamental change happening to you because you were being
pooped this
challenged.
morning.
No, not like that. Like like your moral compass. You like people more nowadays, Hugo?
No.
Do you believe in Lathander?
No. Sorry.
Do you believe that Strahd is bad?
Always.
Good. Oh, always? Damn it.
Sarah,
Yeah.
Roll a history check, and this is based
Great.
on specifically Vistani.
Nat 20!
Good. Okay, so Sarah, as you're collecting what everyone dreamt of, you would recognize, obviously, several of them are of what we call the lower deck in the Taroka reading. But several of the higher deck readings can often represent an individual that's affecting the person. Although, obviously, like you're asking if these cards are directly affecting the person, it could also be warning them of another person that's not the individual. So, just
The high deck does?
the high deck typically can.
Okay.
They often represent other roles in that person's life. And that is actually, fun fact, true in tarot readings most of the time. The high deck represents other figures in their life.
Okay, so with that, I know Hugo is not in that, and glyphs are.
But it's something with an out 20. It's something to keep in mind that oftentimes the cards don't always have to reflect on the reader. They can be, like, as you mentioned already, warnings to the reader. So, like, for example, where you're talking to Hugo about the anarchist, the fundamental change brought on by one whose beliefs are being put to the test. Yeah, of course you could question Hugo and see if that means anything to Hugo. But obviously it could mean something that could affect someone else's change in fundamental beliefs that could affect Hugo.
Ah. So Hugo, I was mistaken. It could be someone close to you has a change and thus affects you. So be looking out for change around you, yeah?
I'll keep my eyes open.
Keep them
I
sharp.
saw a lawful good guy looting bodies.
Yes, that's a change.
Don't question my bro.
Alternatively, Irina does hang out with us and was bitten by a vampire.
That is a change, yes. But is it a change of beliefs?
Today
What if
is-
she's like sexually into vampires now?
Let's ask her. Irina!
Not uncommon.
I don't do that yet.
Oh, okay. But wait, I need to ask them if they dreamt of cards. I run up to their rooms.
Okay.
I knock on their
Before
door.
she can get up there, I would stop her and say, Yetta, they're asleep. Let them rest.
But like this,
They,
you are
it will still be there when they wake up. Let them rest.
You are underestimating the power of the cards.
I think you're maybe overestimating the importance of this at this time.
What were you again? The horseman?
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at that again, because I feel like this is something I must look out for.
Horseman is part of the high deck.
Disaster in the form of the loss of wealth or property. Would you like that to happen to you?
I have no wealth or property, so I'm not
Okay,
terribly
next
worried
one.
about that.
A horrible defeat. Would you like to lose?
Again, you could argue that we just experienced that last night, but please, Yetta,
How about the
let's go.
bloodline? What about the bloodline? What is that?
Yeah, can we go-
I sense that that's right. It's the bloodline.
Yetta,
Is
let's
it your
go
bloodline?
and talk
What's wrong with your
about-
bloodline? Someone died?
Yetta,
Well,
go downstairs, get everyone together, and I'll review what we found at the Watcher House. After that, we can go and plan our next move with Irina and Ismark.
she will walk down the steps.
Your dad just told you, bro.
Oh my god, are you trying to say that Revlin's daddy? Ew!
He is the older one here.
Strahd's daddy.
Strahd is daddy. Strahd is
Daddy.
hot daddy. Hot daddy Strahd is our hashtag.
Strahd.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
go
the only one
downstairs.
I own that hashtag.
It's yours.
I'm the only one that has hashtagged that shit.
I will go downstairs and I will say, Revlin would like to discuss the Watchers.
I'm
So-
noticing a change within you, Yetta.
It came true. Are you different now too?
No. I'm not as hungry. I think that's a change.
No, Hugo.
Guys, there's a picnic! I mean, the parade!
I don't know if that's going to be happening today anymore.
Ooh, right. There were a bunch of vampires in town, and I'm pretty sure some people died, so
We should reach out
Are
to
we?
Vagrants.
Revlin, did you want to meet upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs in that back corner, kind of away from everything.
You don't have to take orders from him.
I like that they open up his like
Don't.
the image of them opening the bed and you're like, Dad, are we meeting up here or are we meeting downstairs? I'm hungry.
I will turn to Benvolm. Benvolm, does your card mean anything to you?
I heard destructive path. I was going to ask you to repeat it real quick so I could write it down.
Yeah, I got you. I can repeat it. It was the necromancer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a few seconds. Okay. Unnatural events and unhealthy obsessions. Those who follow a destructive path. And it's the 8 of stars. So stars usually talk of desire for personal power and control over things beyond the ken of mortals. It's the suit of arcane mages, sages, and intellectuals. It also represents the triumph of magic, science, and reason over religion, mysticism, and superstition. And you are the only one with the suit of stars. So no one else got a star suit than you. You special, Benvolm.
Ooh.
Does it mean anything?
Or Paige just pulled them randomly. That's
No,
also a concept.
Yetta will take everything as fact.
I mean, it sounds a lot like Strahd.
Yes. Unnatural events, you could say vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Unhealthy obsessions, maybe Irina, his obsession with her.
It could be.
Yes. But does it match for anything in you?
Possibly. Maybe not the unnatural events, but... Oh, well... That was a long time ago.
Is it hard to talk of?
It has to do with my brother.
I understand if you do not want to say.
Know that I may see a connection, and I may talk to you about it more in private.
Okay. But I did not say to anybody, but I also dreamt of a card. And it was executioner. It talked of imminent death. Where is it? No. 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 Is it the last deck? What is... Here it is. Okay. It talked of imminent death of one rightly or wrongly convicted of a crime, false accusations, and unjust prosecution.
Are you saying this in front of everyone or just Ben?
Just Benvolm.
Hey.
So, Benvolm, I am afraid, as I said before, that the burgomaster here does not like me, and this tells me that I should trust that feeling, and I should not go near him or his guard.
If I could interrupt very briefly, while this is happening, you guys continue your conversation. You would see Erwin come out with a tray of food and bring out some plates of breakfast for everyone else at the bar. And as he's kind of plating everybody else who's sitting besides Yetta and Benvolm, you would see him lean into Hugo, and he would say, he'd kind of point towards Benvolm and Yetta and be like, are they, you know?
Oh, yeah, I think they like each other.
Okay, alright. And you see him kind of hurry off with an empty tray. Continue.
Maybe we've outstayed our welcome. Maybe it's time to get out of town.
That is what I was hoping I could tell you. I do not know if everyone will agree, but I do not feel safe here. The city has proven that time and time again. There is no reason for us to stay. What happens here is honestly their problem, and Ismark is back with Irina, so we owe them nothing.
I do want to see them safe as well. Maybe we can convince them to come with us.
Benville, I'm not sure of that. I do not trust them completely. I don't believe Irina is being honest with us.
Everyone, you would hear a door open and then quietly slam. And as you all look to the sound, you would see Ismark awkwardly standing outside of the bedroom. Groggy, he would kind of wave either Danica or Orwin's attention and say, I think breakfast is in order. Can we get some room service if it's not too much of a bother? And Erwin would be like, of course. And you'd see him hurry back to the back room, and he would, as Erwin is gone, Ismark would look down at you and be like, good morning.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
As best as I could. I fell asleep on the floor.
Ismark, why not join us for breakfast?
I'd be happy to. Let me get the plate for Irina, and I will come down shortly after. And shortly after those words, you'd see Erwin coming up with a tray, quickly trying to walk outside and appear back up on the staircase as he brings a tray of food. And you'd see him talk, not very quietly, so you'd be able to hear on the stoop of the stairs upstairs. And Erwin would quickly walk in, promptly leave a plate, and as he re-emerged, the other plate that he had brought, you would see Ismark following him back downstairs as he brings the plate back down to the bar. And Ismark would join you all. He kind of looked down the bar and be like, is there a chair I could join you? And he sits down and he goes, I just want to keep Irina upstairs. I'm not sure she's quite ready to face the eyes of the city.
Of course.
I mumble under my breath. I go, when the fuck did I get room service up at this place?
Ismark, did you have pleasant dreams last night? And I'm going to watch him carefully to see if he reacts.
As best as possible. The few hours I did have. Roll an insight check.
Not 20!
He's telling the truth. He did not sleep well. But in regards to specifics, he's not giving you all the details of his sleep, for sure.
He dreamt about a card.
I didn't say that!
No, that's not what you said. Ismark, I am, skilled in interpreting the deeper subconscious of our mind. So I would love to hear. I would love to give you, a little insight.
Yeah, then what are you trying to say?
I'm saying that I know things, and everyone here can say they had a similar experience with me, yes? I gave you insight?
Silence.
I gave you insight, no?
I found some insight.
Ismark, I will speak plainly. We dreamt of cards. I can read cards. I'm asking if you dreamt of a card.
I did.
Which card? Describe. Do you know the words?
The word said innocent. What does that matter? Yada. It was a dream.
We all dreamed of cards. All of us.
All of you.
All of us.
Yes.
But Yada, you casted that magical protection.
Yes, that magic. That hut only keeps magic from coming in and out of it. That dream was not magic. It was fate. It is the fate trying to guide you
Of what? To what?
towards or away from disaster.
What does it mean?
Do you mind if I also ask for Irena's before I tell you?
I do not know. We did not speak of it.
May I speak with her? With you, of course.
Yes, and he quickly runs if you want to follow him.
Yes.
You would go up there, and she would be awake, and he would say, Irina, we have something to ask of you. Did you dream of anything last night? And she would look at you both, and she'd say, I'm not sure. And you would see the book on the table where you last left it.
I go to the book. I pick it up without asking.
When you open it, you would see detailed, drawn out the trader card.
One sec. Trader or traitor?
Traitor.
Like a betrayer.
Like Traitor.
Thank you. Because there's both.
Arnold.
What are you talking about?
There's a trader and a traitor.
Oh, there is!
I look over the card. Traitor.
Yetta, what does it mean?
I'm thinking. Traitor. I cannot recall. I can picture the card in my mind, but I cannot recall.
Are we? Is it just the two? Never mind. You just went up there by yourself. Never mind.
The rest of you, roll a perception check. Everyone besides Yetta.
14.
Boom, boom, boom. 23.
3.
16.
And Victoria? You're mute. Okay, I just want to make sure ahead of time you're muted, just in case. Okay.
18.
18. Okay. So, Brana, Rapture. Who was the 23? Hugo?
Me.
You would hear a lone voice outside of the bar. Authoritative and clear. As this is happening upstairs.
Do I recognize the voice?
You don't.
Okay.
Do you hear what it's saying, or just a voice?
It's muffled. You would have to investigate further to hear what's happening.
I'll go outside and investigate further.
Through the main doors, you would look out and see nearly back to normal. The new day in Valaki. There are a few citizens walking around, and there is a guard, a Valakian guard, who has a pile of flyers in his hand. And he's calling out and you see him handing out a few papers, and as you open the door, he takes a few steps closer to you. He says, there is a new update to the festival. And you would see him, please hand you a new flyer for today's festival. Everyone should see it now on roll 20. It says, it reads, come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Where it once struck out other phrases, you can see it's filled in words that say, due to recent events, a public execution will be held to punish those responsible for the grave unhappiness inside our very walls. All will be well. The Baron. The festival begins. He hands it to you, Brana. Anyone who follows behind you, he hands you each a flyer. The festival will begin in 3 hours. All will be well. And he turns and he begins to hand out other flyers to other people.
I turn to Hugo and I go, so it's probably about time we should be heading
Sorry,
out, right?
I'm sorry. Did I say 3 hours? I meant to say 1 hour.
Yo, I'm scared.
Sarah, did you find what you were looking for in those 2 cards?
No, I found what I was looking for.
Oh, you just didn't tell him?
No.
Okay, and so that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Yo, Sarah's gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Oh my god.
I think
Hugo
Tiki
doesn't
Tazi is
die.
probably more in danger than anyone else.
Wait, Ricky
Tiki
Tavo!
Tavo.
Oh my god, no!
Wait,
What if it's
Wait, why would-
Ricky?
Why
He
would
stayed back
Ricky
for us.
be in
He stayed
danger?
back for us. It might be Ricky Tiki Tavo. We have to save him. We have to make. Oh my god!
The Baron is not a stable man.
Oh, we just gotta kill everyone.
Do you know, I think no one in Valaki appears to be stable.
Okay, guys.
Tiki
So
Everyone close.
Tavo!
I think what we
Yeah.
should do is expose
I don't know, Colin.
Lady
All right,
Watcher
Captain
Evidence.
America, hold on. We save Ricky Tiki Tavi. That's our number 1 goal.
Yes.
Number 1, Ricky Tiki.
No, number 1 is Yetta. Then number 2 is Ricky Tiki.
Alright.
I
And
think
number
it's Ricky
3,
Tiki. I
Yeti-
have
Yeti's
disguised
fine.
self. I'm fine.
and then number 3 is our toy man. We need to get him out too.
Remember,
Yeah,
I can
Rita is
disguise
right.
myself as Strahd, you guys.
That's not gonna help.
Bye.
And Irina
Wait.
is Mark. Never
First
flew
off,
torn
I
yet.
bet Irina's got some post-traumatic stress disorder that's just gonna trigger the fuck out of.
Well, this announcement just came in right after the Burgermaster found out that Irina is in town.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to like murder a lot of people next week.
How did the Burgermaster figure out Irina was in town?
Because Ismark went up and was like, is Irina here?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He didn't know about creepy Izak or whatever.
It's cool. Is Mark's going down first, followed by, I guess, the majority of Valaki at this point.
And we need to save the
Oh.
Watchers.
We don't like Ismark anymore?
Well, he blew our cover,
On
So he
accident.
must die.
so he's gotta go.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna send off to everyone if anyone is watching outside of this group. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really looking forward to next week. I'd love to see what you guys are coming up with.
Make
Thank you.
sunrise.
Bye.
Goodbye.